The Heart of the Tree is a simple and beautiful poem that carries a crucial message for the world regarding our environment. This poetry is basically the work of an American novelist and poet, Henry Burner, who is primarily trying to convey about the various benefits that are enjoyed by the living organism from the environment. Now this poem focuses basically on the importance of planting trees. Maybe the poet Burner is concerned with the rate of deforestation taking place daily. Therefore, he has chosen trees as his chief topic. Regarding the language, then it can be stated that this poetry is written in straightforward English. It is not that the text is laborious enough to comprehend. Therefore, all of you need not to worry regarding the level of language in which the poem is composed. Again, the Heart of the Tree is included in the syllabus of middle school and high school English literature. Also, it is present in the syllabus of ICSE. Therefore, this video will be beneficial for the students who are going to appear for their ICSE exam next year and the upcoming years. Before starting the poem, let us gain certain information about the poet. Henry Burner, born on August 3, 1855, Oswego, New York in United States, was a poet and novelist whose poetry primarily reflected the lifestyle of people of New York City. Okay, now the work of this man basically reflected, or you can say is based on the people of New York City. The Heart of the Tree is a fine piece of poetry that is written in simple and smooth language. The poem was originally published in the year 1912. Before your screen is the original text of the poem. This poem is composed in a very basic structure. It is written in total 27 lines, that is divided into 3 stanzas, whereas each stanza comprises of 9 lines. Line number 1 to 9 is stanza 1, line number 10 to 18 is stanza 2, and line number 19 to 27 is stanza 3. The structure of the poem is clear to you. Now I will start the line by line explanation of this poem. This is the stanza 1 from the poem, The Heart of the Tree, and on the right side of your screen are the notes that I have provided. I hope this will help you in writing your answers. Now let us begin its explanation. The poem commences with a question that what does he plant who plants a tree? Now this question is asked by the poet, okay, which means that what are the things that are planted along with a tree. Then from the very next line, the poet himself answers that he plants a friend of sun and sky. Okay, he is himself answering the question that is asked in the poem. What is meant by this line that he plants a friend of sun and sky? We all know that plants and trees manufacture their own food through the process of photosynthesis. And to carry out the process of photosynthesis, they require sunlight. The source of sunlight is the sun, and the sun is present in the sky. Therefore, through this series of connection, the poet is stating the tree as a friend of sun and sky. I hope the meaning of this line is clear to you. Now next, he plants the flag of breezes free. It means a flag of breeze is also planted at the same time when a tree is planted. In this line, the movement of flag has been compared to the movement of leaves in the tree. Whenever wind blows, we can observe a movement in the body of flag. Similarly, the leaves also move in the same manner as the flag. Therefore, a comparison has been made between the movement of leaves and the movement of flag. Now, the shaft of beauty towering high. What is shaft? A shaft is a long narrow part or section of something, here in this poem like a pole. Tree has been compared to a pole because of its height. Okay. The meaning of this line is that the grown up tree looks beautiful as a tower. A comparison is made between the height of a tree and the height of a tower. Hence, it has been mentioned towering high. Next, he plants a home to heaven anigh. Now what is the meaning of anai? Anai means close to or nearby. Therefore, in this stanza, it has been stated that he plants a home to heaven, anai. Moving on, for song and mother, croon of bird. Now, what is croon? Croon means lullaby, okay? It is a sweet song that is sung by the mother bird who is present in that tree. And the whole meaning of this line is that the croon is referred to the twittering of the birds. When a tree is planted, habitat for animals and birds are also planted, and we can hear their sweet chirping. Okay, when a tree is planted, it becomes home for little animals like the squirrels and the birds, and when the birds are present in the tree, we can hear their sweet chirping, which is very much soothing to our ears. Okay, sweet chirping. And when this chirping is heard, it is heard in hushed and happy twilight. Now you will ask, what is the meaning of hushed? It means total silence. Whenever there is silence and it is the time of twilight, then the sweet chirping of the birds can be heard. Okay? The treble of heaven's harmony. When a tree is planted, harmony is also planted at the same time, and this harmony is 3 times the harmony of heaven. And the last line of the stanza, these things he plants who plants a tree. Okay, the poet is stating that whatever I have mentioned in this stanza or in these lines are the things which are planted along with the plantation of a tree. I hope the stanza 1 is clear to you. Now let us move to stanza 2. Stanza 2. What does the plant who plants a tree? The poet again asks the same question, which is, what are the things that are planted along with the plantation of a tree? And from the next line onwards, he is himself providing the answer again, which is, he plants cool shade and tender rain. Of course, when a tree grows up, it becomes the source of cool shade as well as tender rain. Okay, the whole meaning of this line is that a cool shade is planted in the process of planting a tree, which ultimately becomes the source of rainfall. We all know that trees act as a major element in the process of water cycle. How they play their crucial role in this process? They play through the process of transpiration. Now, what is transpiration? Transpiration means the adding up of water vapor from the plants and the trees through their aerial parts into the atmosphere. Okay. Now, this transpiration process helps in adding up of water vapor in the atmosphere. And these water vapors, droplets, collect and condense to form clouds. And from these clouds, we receive the rainfall. Hence, he plants cool shade and tender rain. I hope the meaning of this line is clear to you. Moving on, and seed and bird of days to be. Of course, a tree is also source of different seeds and birds, and years that fade and flush again. Okay, the years come with arrival of different seasons. It means that whenever a year comes, it fades. The fading of that year becomes the source of the arrival of a new year, which brings different seasons along with joy and happiness. Okay. Therefore, the fade and flushing of years has been mentioned to depict aging process. Next, he plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest's heritage, the harvest of a coming age. In these 3 lines, it can be noticed that the poet is admiring the tree because of its divergent qualities. It has been referred to as the glory of the plain, and in the very next line, it has been stated as the forest's heritage. Of course, when the cover of beautiful trees are planted, they become a site of heritage. Next, the harvest of a coming age. The tree has been depicted as the harvest of a coming age. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. Unborn eyes means the upcoming generation who will enjoy the benefits from the trees. And the last line, these things he plant who plants a tree. These are the things which have been mentioned in this stanza, are the things which are planted along with the plantation of a tree. Now let us move to the last stanza, which is stanza number 3. Stanza number 3. What does he plant who plants a tree? Okay, the poet again asks the same question in the last stanza too. He plants sap, leaf and wood. It means that when a tree is planted, at the same time sap, leaf and wood are also sown in the ground. Then it will provide sap, the leaves as well as the wood to the people living near that area. Moving on, in love of home and loyalty. Of course, love and loyalty come from the act of plantation. Consequently, it is because when a tree is planted, these abstract features like love and loyalty are also sown in the ground. Now, love has been mentioned, but what kind of love? The love that we receive from the home. Why? Because that love which is received from the home is the genuine one. It does not possess any selfishness. Okay, this love is meant for your well-being. Next, and far-cast thought of civic good. According to the poet, planting a tree is a civic good which is done for the society. We all know that when a tree is planted, it will grow up and the people living in that area will enjoy the benefits from that tree. Hence, this act of plantation is referred to as civic good. His blessings on the neighborhood. Whose blessings? The person who is planting that tree has been referred in this line, and he is indirectly blessing his neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds the growth of all our land. Now this person who is planting that tree is taking up the responsibility of the nurturing of all his land. Okay, tree and plant and the vegetation cover is considered as the resource of a area. When a tree will be planted, it will increase the resource of that area, and hence through this increment of the resource, the strength of that country or the nation will be increased. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. All the things regarding the nations are considered by the person who is planting that tree, that how will this tree benefit people living in that area or in that state or in that country. These all things are being referred by that person when he is planting that tree. I have tried to cover this poem line by line, and I hope the explanation will benefit you. Thank you.